Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Forex Talk over here. So, welcome to the new people. Welcome to our followers for the past weeks slash years. So, if you're the first time here, make sure to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know next time I go live, right? And activate notification. That's really important. Okay, so the concept of this show is really simple. We're gonna crack a little nice beer with you guys tonight. And by the way, guys, if you don't have a drink right now, man, you better run to the kitchen right now. Whatever you're hiding your stuff, but go grab a drink, and we'll do the official cheers in just a second. So the goal of this episode is really simple. It's just to chill, talking to each other. So I need interaction. So of course, I changed the schedule so there's less people live now these days. But still, for the people that are here live, make sure to get your question ready. We're going to answer them. And for people watching the replay, make sure to send me question by DM. So on the next show, I answer a question. Like some people did, they sent me their question on Instagram or below here on YouTube. That's also fine. Okay. So let's see if we have I think we got Enzi here that wrote a question. Hey, let's go Enzi. So yeah, we're getting ready, but first thing first, first thing first, let's get my carpet. Here we go. Pretty good. First thing first, let's crack up this little beer right now. There we go. So that's really important because I'm thirsty right now. So by the way, guys, if you don't have a drink, make sure to go grab one, and we do that cheers in just a second. And it should be an interesting show tonight. I had a loss on a trade that I know exactly why I had that loss, and I want to make sure that every single one of you don't do the same mistake as I did this week. It was not major, it was not crazy, but it's something that when you try to do a lot of stuff at the same time, sometimes you get distracted, especially me, because I got a lot of ADHD, like major ADHD. I'm actually looking to if any one of you guys actually take medication for ADHD. Can you write me in private? I have a question, because I might need some because it's getting worse and worse. I've been able to control it for a while, but recently it's just I got so much stuff going on that, man, I'm doing some stupid mistake, not only on trading but some other stuff also. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah. So we're gonna discuss that mistake. Also gonna discuss some trade ideas for the next upcoming days, and also question, like I said. Okay. But first thing first, before we get started, let's do the official cheers in just a second. You guys ready? All right. So guys, if you take your camera and you're taking a picture right now, take a picture of the cheers, post it on Instagram, tag my name, and I will reshare it. Okay. So in 3, 2, 1, cheers, guys. All right. So if you didn't have time to take that picture, just rewind, pause it, take the picture. Right. Cheers, guys. Holy. This is really, really, really good. This is one of the top I had in a long time. Woo! Look at the color of that. This is beautiful. Okay, guys. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, yeah, no, let's talk about that again. Okay, so let's start with that. Let's do this. Let's switch screen. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's get going, ladies and gentlemen. First thing first, let's start. GJ, I'm nothing. For people who've been following me for a while, you know that GJ is always been my main pair while scalping. But now these days, when I do swing slash intraday, I'm super patient with GJ. I just wait, I just wait and wait and wait. And as you see right now, the only thing we're going to do is update the chart. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be doing right now is just updating my chart. So basically this just flipped bearish. So actually, let me put the screen bigger. Here we go. So we're going to identify that as a lower low and this as a lower high. Okay. And the reason why I use those lines is just it make it so simple. Like in a quick look, flipping from time frame to time frame, I can tell you like, all right, so the weekly is bullish, right? Because my line are blue, and anything in between is just market structure. If I flip to the daily, I know the daily is bullish, right? If I go back to the bit 4 hour, I know the 4 hour is bearish. In a blink of an eye, if I just update my lines like frequently, you're good, So that's why I love using those lines. And I'm personally like a visual person, so I really like to have those lines. Prior to using those lines, I was doing a lot of little mistake because I was going too quick and I didn't wrote like, let's say, a elbow here or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, those lines really, really, really helps. Okay, so guys, by the way, if you're just joining right now, welcome, and don't forget to smash that goddamn like button. Okay, cheers, guys. Okay, so looking at the 4 hour time frame right now, we are bearish, like I just said. So at this stage, I'm doing nothing. The weekly and the daily are bullish. Just gonna wait. Just gonna wait for either the 4 hour to do something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Oop. All right, flipping back bullish, retesting here, and going to the upside, which I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm feeling like, and again, I don't trade based out of feeling. But look at this. What do you guys see? What do you guys see here? The shampoo pattern, right? Head and shoulders, no? So yeah, it really looks like we're gonna do something like this, you know? So, basically this. Boom. I didn't use the right tool, but whatever. Obviously, I personally don't really like it when the neckline is going toward the upside, but still, if we do come down, retest it, it might be valid. But we don't trade based out of that. It's just like a feeling I have. Like I don't feel like it's gonna come back up, But if it does, we'll be ready. I'm gonna be ready because I'm just waiting for the 4 hour to flip back bullish, basically. Okay, so which is gonna be up here if we don't create a new lower high in between. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. It's clear. Let's go to GN. All right, so GN was the trade I was in. I was excited. The potential was really good, and I'm gonna tell you the little mistake that I did, which is kind of a noob mistake in my opinion. I don't know if I was distracted or too excited. Came back from France, only took one trade, I think, or two trades. I didn't trade a lot, and I think I got excited when I saw that setup. I was like, all right, cool, I'm in. But yeah, sometimes when you act fast, you do stupid shit. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let's explain it. So if you look at the weekly time frame, okay, the weekly time frame, not time flame, but time frame. God damn it, that beer is already affecting me. Jeez. Cheers, guys. Jeez. Okay, so so basically the weekly time frame is bearish, right? So we came down here and we got the. I mean, this wasn't really there at the time, which was yesterday, but we had that wick retest to continue down. Okay, so knowing that, but look at where we are. Even if we do that retest there, look at what we are. We are basically at the lower low on the weekly. So it doesn't give us a lot of space. I'm not saying it never can happen, but it was not ideal. Okay. If you look on the daily time frame, took that trade like somewhere in here and look at where the daily lower low is. I'm like, when I looked at it after, I was like, Sasha, you're so freaking dumb. It's just like, come on, dude. This is so noob. Why are you selling like so close to a lower low? If you do that, it means like there's shit tons of volume and it's gonna break. I mean, you can never really know it's gonna break, but after being in the market for a while, you got expectation on certain times, certain volume. You say, okay, if you do this, there's a big probability that we're gonna break that low and go down. But in this case, I was not even thinking about it. I was just like stupid. I was so close. Like, let's see, how many pips is that? It's like 40, 45, 45 pips from, the lower low, which is not that great, just like it's not super tight either, but it's not ideal, it's just like I would be happy to grab a trade like somewhere in here, up here. It's going to give us way more room, okay? But yeah. So anyways, what happened is on the 4-hour time frame, what I did is I waited for price to go bearish, okay? So if you look here, boom. All right. So here we were bullish, okay? Anything here, it's still bullish. It's still bullish. Once we broke here, breaking that low right there, we became bearish on the H4 time frame. I used my fib to establish an idea on where we might pull back, which was right there, uh, inside that golden zone right here. And once we enter here, we had a nice doji. Actually, except the fact that we were really close to a lower low on the daily, it was a pretty solid setup. It's just like it didn't play out. And I'll show you also why right after this explanation, where I think I was actually too early in that trade. Okay. But let's break this down. So once I'm inside that golden zone, I'm gonna flip on the lower time frame, like 2 hours, and actually this trade was actually taken on 2 hours. Okay. So if you look here, after this 2 hour engulfing, took that trade, took the entry in, put stop above that wick. And yeah, because actually, if I would have put like 5 pips, above here, it would be like 15 pip stop loss. It would be a little bit tight, So actually put it above the wick, meaning that if we break this, I mean, there's a big probability to continue to the upside anyways. And I was wrong, which is exactly what happened. Once we broke that wick, look at what happened. Boom, straight to the upside. Cheers, guys. Let's see if we have any comments. I think I saw something popping up. I'm not sure. Yeah, we got Luke here from the Set and Forget family. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? What's up? Cheers. Cheers. Hey, man, if you don't have a drink, go run to the kitchen, grab a drink. Let's do the cheers. Cheers. And let's go. Let's continue. Okay. So, so what happened here? So yeah, like I said, took the entry based on the 2 hour engulfing candle. If you look on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute. I mean, you can also take that trade based out of this candle if you want, So I took it based out of the 2 hours, but look here, okay? So this is the other entry you could have taken. Boom, boom, boom. And here we got this nice engulfing candle closing under. That would be my other entry I could have taken, but I grab it on the 2 hours time frame. So it was a little bit a better entry, but both entry was pretty valid, to be honest. Okay. So in this case, it just didn't play out, and for 2 reasons. Okay. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but the 2 reasons that I think is, first, we were really close to a low, but second, look at this. If you look at the weekly, okay, where's my, okay. So if you look at the weekly, look at this, I mean, we've been dropping for what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Okay. And we just got a tiny bit of a pullback, and I tried to enter that trade. It's really rare, to be honest. It's really rare. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but it's really rare, especially that now, if this candle breaks that wick right there, man, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I study a lot and trade a lot based on the story of a candle. So basically, if we break the wick of this high, there's a huge probability that this is going to continue to the upside, okay? But something else to keep in mind is, once we add that support form, we can now use our fib and say, all right, cool. And again, I don't trade based out of fib. But look, we can have a pullback to here, which is the 382, or to inside this golden zone before coming down. So we're way far from that, okay? So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Daily, daily now. Oh, look at this. The daily just flipped bullish now. Damn. So we're gonna update our chart. So yeah, so now the daily just flipped bullish. That means we're gonna have that pullback on the weekly time frame. It's almost freaking sure. Okay, so let's update that. So let's put it blue. So we're gonna put daily higher high and daily high low. So this GN, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep an eye on it because I'm confident, not confident, but I'm so sure that I was just too early in that trade and it was a stupid mistake. Got to wait for that pullback. So, of course, I always look. So, for people from the Set and Forget family, I always look for the area of interest also. As you can see, I marked down the area of interest, but also look at the fib level to see where that pullback might be. And the setup that I like the most is when an area of interest actually align with the golden zone. And that for me is like, it's major. Cheers. Yeah, so now let's see. Since we're breaking the zone now, let's see where else we might retrace. So on the weekly time frame, we got this area, but now we are really far. We're in 2014. So, I mean, let's go on the daily. Let's go on the daily. That's actually going to be covering somebody actually asked a question here in my DM about sorry guys, I don't even know why I am staring right now. I was actually looking for the question. Okay, sorry guys. Like I said, a bit huge ADHD. Okay, let's go back. Questions is coming from Ortox. That's Enzi. Okay, from last stream. No, that's not a question. Sorry, somebody else asked a question. Where is it? No. Where is it? Krish. Okay, so we'll cover that after. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's focus then. Okay, so let's find the other area of interest where we might retrace. And this looked like a pretty solid one right there. So that's another one. Daily area of interest. And after that, I mean, there's, whoops, what the hell? And after that, there's this one for sure. So yeah, this, I just don't like all that noise right here. All this just like so shitty. So in this area, whoo, horrible. Okay. But definitely going to keep an eye on this and establish my weekly golden zone. Let's put it here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. So this is done. Okay. So GCAD. All right. GCAD. I'm actually in GCAD right now. Okay. I'm gonna post the entry in a second, but let's break it down. So this is something I was actually waiting. I was waiting for the pullback inside. I mean, not inside, but at this weekly area of interest. If you look here to the left, we got resistance there. We got support. So we got a valid area of interest. Plus right up here, we got this major QP right here, the 168000. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. And here, if I'm not wrong, we've got the 7,000. Yeah, right here, somewhere around here. Okay, so definitely going to keep an eye on this. Look at the daily. Daily is also valid. If you look here, support. So it's a weekly / daily area of interest. Support, support, resistance, support, so resistance. So massive area, very solid one. So let's see if we respect this area. If you look on the weekly, I think this might be the 382. Exactly. Okay, so we're right at this 382 rejection level. So that's also valid. So, okay, that's great. So let's see now. But of course, it will be great for next week or this week, I mean, to close as a doji bearish or bearish candle, whatever, to continue to the downside. It would be very good. Now, if you look at the daily, the cool thing and the positive thing here is we actually close bearish engulfing today. All right. We're happy about that. I'm actually really happy about that. I don't know about you guys, but sorry, I'm actually putting the rest of the beer in the glass. Cheers. So if you look here on the daily is bearish, right? So there's people who get confused here, and they're gonna think that since we did that, and this, we're bullish. No, because we didn't broke this here. We didn't broke this here. So anything in between, just market structure. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. For the people coming from the Jesus. Set and forget family, understand this. Man, I was looking for my word for 1 second. Thanks to Alex. Always gonna be grateful. He's one of the person which I learned this. Of course, I'm coming from a lot of knowledge from different people. So I kind of bring like all the baggage from different mentors that I had and putting all this together and doing my own salad kind of thing, right? But yeah, the man totally makes sense. So now if you look at the 4 hour time frame, you see here, what happened here? What the fuck? Oh yeah, okay. Uh, so here, if you look, we were here, here. We're bullish, okay? We're definitely bullish here. And boom, whatever. Here, we're still bullish. And here, we just create a higher high. And once we broke under here, oh, actually, I forgot that elbow right there. But let's do this. Let's do this, and whatever. You guys understand, right? I kind of fucked it up, but sorry, guys. Actually, let's do it again so it's not confusing for anyone. So this for me, it's kind of not an elbow. Here it is. This we broke under. Now we're bearish, right? So once we flip bearish, I was like, all right, so let's wait for the pullback, which is the potential lower high where I can sell. Okay, so basically, if you do this, boom. This is exactly inside that golden zone. So let's put it right here. So it's easy. And now when we go to the 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, I mean, we got the breakdown here, 15-minute either. You know, you also have nice entries, okay? So now let me show you my exact entry. Hold on. So I got 2 entry, I got 1 entry. So what I did is I split my risk in 2. I want to use 2%. So I use 1% at the opening of the candle, and I use another percent when we had a little pullback. But it was not that fast, and I thought it was coming down so fast that I actually took the second entry pretty quick. Actually, too quick. I wanted to have like a better entry than that. So there's only like, I think, 3 pips difference between my 2 entries, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So the first price is 1.66770. So 1.6. Where is it? 1.6. That was on that pullback right here. Okay, so right here and stop. Okay, so actually let's, if we double click on this input, okay, so entry price, somebody showed me that, so I didn't even know that after like 6 years trading. 66770, that's my entry. TP, whatever. We're gonna look at it in just a second. Stop loss is at 67,227. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's the exact entry, and TP, we're going to look at it after, but it's going to be a minimum of 321, whatever. And second entry, is like just a bit above basically. So I'm actually not gonna play. I'm just gonna place a black line. It's at let's put it black and coordinate. Second entry is at, yeah, it's basically just above, so 66 800. Yeah, I was not happy about that one, but it is what it is. There we go. So just a tiny bit above. I should have waited. Like, look at this. I should have knew. Like, I was just impatient, but I would have been able to grab an entry like somewhere in that wick. You know, but I was impatient and grabbed the second entry right away because I had a feeling like with this engulfing candle, it was 10:30, like end of London session. I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be a big push, like really quick. And yeah, I should have been patient and grab an entry like somewhere in that wick, like at least like a 5, 6, 7 pips difference. That would be good. But it is what it is. Cheers. So now, where is the TP? Okay, so let's take a look at it. So if you look at the weekly time frame, I'm like, we got clean traffic here to the left to at least this low, right? At least this low, which is like 65040. That can be good. That's for extended trade. Now, if you look on the daily, I mean, you can aim that support, but it's going to be like kind of a small trade. If you aim that, it's going to be a 1-to-1. So I'm thinking about at least this support right there, which is going to be like a 3.23. So that would be my ideal thing to do. But we'll see, because if you see here this area, actually I should look. Here's there a major QP here. Yeah, where's 2.5? Okay. Okay, so major QP is right there. It's down here. Okay, so I think we're good. We're just gonna have to be careful. Okay, so if you're in that trade, just be careful, because if you realize this area, why am I doing like a circle? Whatever. But this area can be problematic. So if you see problems around here, I'm just going to secure profits. Some people just get so stubborn about like having like a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, and suddenly, bam, it retraces to your entry and you're fucked and you lost all your profit. Nobody went broke grabbing profits, guys. Okay, so even it's a 2-to-1. If you see problem, it's about to reject, fuck it, close it. Why? Instagram's gonna be mad at you? I don't give a shit. That's why I don't talk about my numbers. I just spoke Pips numbers because I don't give a shit. I'm not there for clouds and attention. I'm 42 years old. I'm like, I don't give a crap. Just the only reason why I'm actually doing this is just to help people. I don't care if there's 1 people or 500 people. I don't give a crap. My goal is just to help at least 1 person. Okay. So yeah, so nobody went broke grabbing profits. So don't be shy of grabbing profits, guys. Because I know this was one of my problem, in the past. I was like, oh man, that's only a 1-to-1, or that's only a 1-to-1.5, or blah, 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 what people's going to think, and blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Who gives a fuck about others people, Sorry for the F-bomb, guys. I'm getting mad sometimes because people just get stupid, and also, let's establish something, guys. Do not move your freaking stop loss. Okay. Again, today, in the Discord on the Set and Forget family, and in another Discord also that there were people talking about moving their stop loss. I'm like, what the, what's wrong with people? Do not if you place your stop loss there, there's a reason. Especially before news, you don't touch your stop loss. Already, if it hits your stop loss with news, there's a huge freaking chance that you're gonna be slipped. I got slipped once, and like a couple, I think it was like 2 years ago. I got slipped by 42 pips, guys. So it was on gold. It was like coronavirus news, whatever the shit, what happening. It was crazy. But can you imagine you move your stop loss like for like 30 pips because you want to be safe? So first, you're gonna be losing way more, and second, there's a big chance you're gonna get slipped also. So that moving your stop loss is the dumbest shit thing to do. Is just so do not move your stop loss. Am I clear? Damn, I'm getting excited here. Okay, so hopefully it's clear. So yeah, so I think this trade looks pretty good. Right now it's Asian session, so it kind of effy. Price might just sleep until London session, but at least we have a nice daily close. Okay, we have a nice daily close. The only thing that um, I'm actually happy because we created a lower low. So yeah, I'm actually good. Let's update this. Boom. Okay. So we might have a little pullback before coming down because we don't have like an official, like we got a wick retest, but most of the time, what I realize there's going to be actually have like a real retest with candles, not just a wick. But we'll see. We shall see. But this trade looks pretty good. Any question about that one? Cheers, guys. Okay. NZD CAD. NZD CAD, man, oh man. This was a trade that I wanted to take. I didn't take, thank God. This was a paper trade. But my idea behind, because I missed two entries on that pair. And this pair, for people who've been watching the stream for a while, I know I'm a pain in the butt with that pair, because I keep talking about that pair. People would probably like, dude, can you stop talking about NZD CAD? Because I've been talking about NZD CAD since March. Or January. I can't remember where it was exactly. February. But somewhere in here, like I was like, shit, we're gonna retrace. What the fuck? Where's my hand? Here we go. So we put up there. We start to do this. Okay. It was like somewhere in February or March. I was like, shit, we're gonna come down to this weekly area of interest, which is also the weekly golden zone, and we're gonna go up from there. I've been talking about that since forever. Okay, so I'm starting to be a little impatient with NZD CAD right now. Okay, but thank God, the daily time frame actually flipped back bullish now, so I'm pretty happy. But we're really close to going back there, which really sucks if we do. But it is what it is. We cannot control the market. But I'm gonna show you why I was actually interested in this entry, but I didn't took it. And the reason why, because I knew I just made it a mistake by selling close to a lower low. You guys remember, this is the first thing we broke out on GN. I was so close to a lower low, and look here how close we are from a higher high. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to place it there. I'm going to do a paper trade just to see if it would work. And thank God I didn't took it. Okay. Because if you look here, all right, so the weekly is bullish. We already established that. The daily is bullish. And if you look, the 4-hour, every time the 4-hour had a pullback, had a possible entry, and I would have been in profit. If you look at the same thing in here, basically from there to there, if I'm not wrong, was it? Hold on, let me check. From there to there. Exactly, same thing here, same thing. So every time that a 4-hour actually pulled back on NZD CAD on the golden zone, it was a winning trade, basically. Look at this. Here, here, here. What the fuck, but I missed all of those. And the reason why I was traveling, I was in Paris. So I missed those entries. I explained those on the live. It's part of the game. So once we were in that golden zone, I was like, I was getting excited here, but I control myself because I was like, all right, I cannot make the same mistake twice. I just realized the mistake I did. It was so close to a higher high on the daily. So let me, just put a paper trade there, see if it works. And thank God, because it didn't work. Okay. So basically inside that 4-hour golden zone, if you look here on the daily, 2-hour, 1 hour, it was on the, where was it? I actually missed that one. That one was very valid, actually. This one was very valid, but it was at what time was it? It was at 5 a.m., so I was not awake. So after that, when I was looking, yeah, it was right here after this engulfing. But it's not great because, look at this shit. To be honest, look at this shit. This is also why you don't want to be involved in there because, I mean, it's just ranging, right? What time is it now? 6:39. Okay, we're good. So let me delete that so it's going to be more clear. So now, what's up with NZD So what to expect now for the next couple of days? If you look at the daily time frame now, we're gonna have to keep an eye. Okay, we need a support to be formed from there. If we have a support Friday, next week, Monday or Tuesday, we might have a nice trade. Okay, but we need a support to be formed now at this point because we're really close to that lower low. We are probably actually under that safety net or at the safety net. Oh, we still have room. So the safety net is my 764. This is the last area where I want to be able to take a trade, right? But for this, I need the support to be formed and closing above, that support. Okay. So that would be the next thing I'm going to be looking for. Right now, the 4-hour flip bearish. So let's update that chart. So for now, this candle is closed. So 4-hour lower low, 4-hour lower high. Man, I'm talking a lot today. Okay, so NZD kind of sucks ass right now. Let's update this also. Lower high, boom, lower low. There we go. EuroCAD, and oh yeah, so NZD nothing much right now because look at this. I need the. If you look, weekly, daily is bullish. So I'm waiting for the 4-hour to go back bullish once again. EuroCAD. This was exactly what I was expecting. So we got the pullback inside that golden zone. We got the weekly bullish. Okay. So if you look here, we got a weekly bullish since there to there. Weekly bullish, daily is bullish now. We got the pullback. Nice. Okay, great. Daily, not daily, but 4 went bullish. We got a pullback inside that golden zone. And 1 hour, we don't have any entries because 1 hour is bearish. 30-minute, where's my lines actually? So I'm gonna have to put my lines, but let's put the 30-minute lines. So basically we got this. Is that 30-minute bearish? Boom. Let's do this. There we go. So right now we are bearish on the 30-minute time frame. Okay. So I need the 30-minute to go back bullish, which is going to be like somewhere around here, which kind of sucks because it's going to be really high. Alert. Where's my alert? There's a bug there, but whatever. Okay. So now, before we break down more pairs, there's some questions that people actually ask me. Okay, so let me see. This is coming from Krish. Sir, I was also having, well, oh, hold on. I think there's another question above. Okay. Okay. So Krish, this is for you and all the others. Actually, I have no one. So how to make limited but effective area of interest in daily and weekly time frame. The problem with me is I make too many area of interest for weekly and daily, and sometimes it is effective. So can you please explain in your live how to identify most effective upcoming area of interest for a chart? Well, I'm looking at your chart that you sent me, and Krish, it's not bad. You got 2 weekly and 1 daily, which isn't bad, to be honest. The thing that I like to do, so let me see if I can grab a good example here. So if you see here, I got 3. I got 2 weekly and 1 daily. Okay. But the thing that I like to do is once it break, sometimes I like to delete it. Okay, so let me see if I can find a good example here. Okay, so here's a pretty good example. Okay, so I like to do it as it goes, so I don't get my chart overloaded. So here I got the weekly area of interest established right here. The purple line is the Jesus, I'm looking for my word. bank level, psychological level. I personally called it um, QP, which is quarter points, but you can call it whatever you want. So basically, this is my first area of interest. If it do breaks this area, I'm gonna go mark down my next one. Okay, but I will first focus on that one, and I'll go on the daily. And now on the daily, I don't have any area of interest, and the reason why it's because now we are bullish, and I'm looking for bearish. Okay, so I don't want to mark an area of interest on the bullish trend. If this, oops, if all this here wasn't there and we're continuing down, yes, I can mark an area of interest on the daily, but now this is invalid. So hopefully that makes sense and that helps you guys. But I don't mark area of interest if I'm against each other. Okay, so that's really important. So hopefully that helps. But it's not bad what you did, to be honest. So the important thing also, and Alex says it also, it's like you want to make sure that there's actually 3 touches minimum, and don't go far. If you're going further than like 2, 3 years, it's actually not that effective. Okay. Let's see. You had another question. I was also having one more doubt. If you could show me in your upcoming YouTube video that how you trade when weekly and daily are against each other. I mean, I'm rewatching your October 10 live trading video right now. And in this video, you are looking at AC. Although weekly is bearish and daily is bullish, so why would you go against the higher time frame? Okay. And if you are going against a weekly, what condition you take? Okay. So really simple. Really simple. If there's let's say AC, I was looking at the AC. So let's try to find the UDCAD. UDCAD. That was here. Oops. Right here. UDCAD. Okay. So let me try to see October 10. Let's go on the daily. October 10, you said? Yeah, October 10. That was right here. Okay. And the weekly, yeah, weekly is bearish. Daily was bullish at that time. I just want to make sure. Yes, you're right. And 4 was probably bullish. Yeah, because it was from there to there. Okay. So the reason why, yeah, okay. So I can explain that. So the reason why it's because you're expecting a pullback higher, to retest a certain area. So I'm willing to go against my weekly. If my daily and my H4 are in sync, it's going to be a day trade. Okay. Or slash maybe like scalp, like can be like a couple minutes, an hour, depend if there's volume in the market. Okay. But mostly it's going to be a day trade. Okay. So if the H4 and the daily time frame are in sync, and even if I'm against the weekly, I will take that trade for a day trade. And my target will be the area where I want to take my trade to go to the downside. It is not something I highly recommend to do. It's something you can do when you have a little bit more experience. But yeah, it works pretty great for me. But my favorite one, it's still the 3 time frame in sync, to be honest. Okay. So hopefully that answered the question. Let's see here. Just want to tell you that I recently finished your October 10 video third time. I'm gonna continue watching your last. Oh, okay. So that's the comment you said you liked the video. Okay, thank you so much for that, Krish. Okay, let's see. There was another question. Was it on Discord or here? Let me check. Okay, so that's for Zed. Okay, ZFX. Hey, it's Zidge from Swing Trading Lab shooting a message from this account. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, you're not watching live because you're sleeping right now. So hopefully now you're awake and watching the replay. Cheers. If it's a breakfast, hey, grab an orange juice. Cheers, virtual cheers with me. Okay. So middle of the night, yeah, with the gaps and you use golden zone in FVGs, right? Damn, what's FVGs? I should ask you before you go to bed. I'm not sure what you mean by FVG. Anyone knows? FV George. FVG. What's FVG? I don't know. Well, okay, let me show you how I do use my fib, and hopefully that will answer the question. And I keep, explaining it, but it's really simple. Okay, so let's grab a red. Okay, shoot me a pair, guys. Okay, well, people that are live right now, let's wake up. Because you guys are asleep. You're not asking questions, so shoot me a pair, like random pair. Okay, so we'll do an example for Zeds. And after that, yeah, what time is it now? Yeah, okay. So shoot a pair. Let's go. First pair. Chop, chop. Make it quick. Let's go, guys. Make it quick. First pair. Yo, not there we go. Okay, I should have say I should have say first pair except US 30 or NAS 100, like Forex. Okay, so any Forex pair. I don't trade US 30, but I'm sure it applies also. But I just don't trade those. So any FX pair. But you know what? Let's try it with US 30. I'm sure it still work, but USD CHF. Okay, let's do USD CHF. Okay, so USD CHF. Oh, okay. So random pair. Okay. So the way I actually use my fib, like I keep saying, it's not. I don't trade based out of the fib. The fib is just an extra tool. You know how Alex and some other people use EMAs? I personally don't use EMAs, as you can see. EMAs are not on my chart, okay? I have no clue how EMAs work. I never worked with EMAs. EMAs for me is just, I don't know. I just don't understand it, okay? So it's just because I never worked with it, So for me, I use the fib instead of EMAs as an extra confirmation, or to see like where the pullback might be in this case, okay? So let's take a look, okay? So there's different ways on how I'm going to use it. First of all, I'm going to use it. Let's say I'm expecting a pullback here, okay? So now let's delete. Actually, I was about to delete this, but it looks like it's going to be respected now. But first thing first, you can establish it on the higher time frame to see, okay, where the pullback might be, okay? So pullback may be right here. Let's do this. So I'm going to do this. So that's going to be my weekly golden zone, okay? In the 382, sometimes what I like to do is I'm going to put a black line so my chart is not overloaded, so I can delete the fib, okay? So it just gives me an idea on where the pullback can be. Okay, if I see it's being rejected at this area, which was a daily area of interest, if you look here, daily area of interest, it's in sync with the fib here. I don't know why it's disappearing from the other time frame, but whatever. So it's just an idea, just a hint on where, like EMAs kind of. Okay. Now the second way I'm going to be using it, it's a lot on the H4 time frame, because once you have your weekly, daily, and H4 in sync, the only thing you got to wait now is wait for let's say I want to buy here. Okay, so the only thing, let me delete this so it's not confusing. Okay, so the only thing I'm waiting now for, if you see, the weekly is bullish, the daily is bullish, we all agree on this, and the 4-hour right now, look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour was bearish. This is the perfect example. I'm excited. Okay. I'm happy for, what's his name? Zeds. Okay. So this is the perfect example on exactly the best way and effective way I use my fib. Okay. So here, if you look, price was bearish, correct? We all agree it was bearish from there to there. It finally broke and closed above here. So what is it? This is a new 4-hour high. And here we got the 4-hour higher low, correct? So now the only thing you need, you cannot buy here, okay? Do not buy here. You are at a higher high, okay? So it's not a perfect example. And the only reason why is because we don't have a bearish candle yet, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is you cannot use a fib yet because this is not bearish. But let's suppose that this is closed and this is bearish. Okay, just suppose that it's bearish. If it's bearish, I can now use my fib from that wick to that wick and establish my 4-hour golden zone. That means that I'm expecting a higher low potential in this area. That's the only thing. This is my target where the higher low can be. It can also be like at the 382 level, which probably going to be like somewhere around here, or here. So I'm going to watch both areas, but my favorite one is in here. And once we got a higher low potential in this area, there's a big chance once the lower time frame on the 30-minute, 1 hour, or 2 hours switch, let's say that let's do this. So let's go on the 30-minute. So let's say the 30-minute, do this. Because right now it was like mostly, this is kind of effy, right? So whatever, I don't know. I don't like this. We're not bearish yet. But once we go like this, we're going to be bearish, whatever. And once we are inside that golden zone, I'm just going to wait for price to break above, retest, have the engulfing candle, and go to the upside. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So that's how I do use my fib. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. By the way, guys, I have a big project right now that's taking a lot of my time with my wife. So I'm actually looking to close the course, but I'm going to leave it open for another month. So meaning that anyone that wants it tomorrow, I'm going to be switching the price. This is going to be like $2.99 only. It was like, I think, was it $5.99, $4.99, $3.99? I can't remember, whatever. But I don't give a shit. I don't do that for money. I don't need it, to be honest. Like anyways, I'm lucky. But I'm gonna leave it open. I'm gonna put that $2.99 and maybe like $2.50, for $2.49. I don't give a crap. I'm gonna put it at $2.49, and the reason why is I want to give this access for you guys to learn price action. And anyone that actually subscribe to this, we're gonna do a full day boot camp style, also including like the kind of swing strategy also that I do with my family. I'll go like over personal question and everything. But inside of this, you'll get all the price action strategy. You can also have the scalp strategy. You got everything I learned from the past 5 years, basically, so which is kind of cool. The only part missing is the part I actually learned from Alex, which I'm going to be including on the kind of boot camp. We're going to do one for 1 day, and after that I'm done. Because I got something big coming up, and I have no more time to allow for this. So the only thing I'm going to be doing is live, on YouTube. So after that, I'm going to shut it down, and maybe I'm going to reopen it like in 2-3 years. I don't know. But for now, I am very busy with other stuff. So So basically, this is I'm going to do like something stupid, just for everyone to be access to. So keep. Just tune in on Instagram and just make sure you check the next post probably tomorrow. I'm going to put an announcement on that. Except that, I think we're good. I think we covered a lot of questions and trades. There's some trades idea I wanted to discuss, but now I'm running out of time. I'm going for dinner with the wifey. So we're going to have to end this. But yeah, I'm so happy that you guys showed up and had some very good questions on DMs. So again, if you have questions, make sure to send those over and we answer them on the next one. I'm going to be live on Tuesday morning for another live trading session. Okay, so make sure to tune in. It's going to be around like between 7:30 a.m. I don't have specific schedule now these days, so I highly recommend you activate notification so you'll know once I show up live. Okay, so last year's guys, woo, almost dropped some beers on. Actually, I did drop beers on my keyboard. So sorry. Cheers, guys. What the hell just happened here? All right, guys. So cheers up. Good evening, everyone, and I'll see you on Tuesday morning. Take care and have a great evening.